And here we go. Welcome. This is Reverend Chris Oldham, and this is our Hump Day Zoom video for July 24th. After last week, we got stormed out, literally. It was wonderful to have the storms come through, but it wasn't so wonderful that we had to cut off our wonderful group and reading and participation and joining. So we're going to make up for that today. And there's Jenny. Welcome. Glad everybody's here. All right, so let's go ahead immediately. I want to start immediately and go into the temple for this. And then I will share with you some things that I have learned that you really need to know. Some of you are experiencing some things that what I have to tell you may be part of. So let's get into the temple. Let's sit back and take 4 nice deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, centering into your divine connection, intending that you are connecting to divine source and divine guidance. Almighty and Most High, Father, Mother, God, divine source of all that is and light of the great central sun. I welcome you to the Heart-Light Temple this day and thank you for your presence here with all of us. As I invoke the temple and its presence surrounding all of us here now for the Hump Day Zoom session. I intend that this temple shall remain in place surrounding us and above and below to provide a sacred and sanctified space for the readings and the other things that we are here to do today and for which I have invoked the temple at this time. I intend that the temple shall remain fully present and active now and throughout the remainder of this Hump Day session, being released only 10 minutes after I have ended the session. So be it, and so it is. Beloved Archangel Michael, please come now and remove everything that is in opposition to this temple and its presence from each one of us. And anybody who joins and watches at a later date, all of whom are being, whose places are being held by their higher selves and guardian teams. So be it, and so it is. Beloved Archangel Michael, I call upon you and your band of mercy angels now, and I ask that you surround this temple and above and below to shield, defend, and protect it from all intrusion, interference, and attachment that is not of the light or in service to it, is of entity, origin, intent, creation, design, or purpose, or in service to such, is other than in service to our highest good, or is other than in service to the goals and purposes for which the temple has been invoked this day. Ooh. Yep, remove all such things from within and without, Michael, from each one of us and from our temple spaces. And keep these things from us throughout the entirety of the session. I ask now, Michael, for you to remove or cut and cauterize all cords of attachment from all of us, including attachments to the collective conscious and unconscious. And remove from us everything sponsoring these connections and shield us from the collective conscious and unconscious. Clear from us all everything that came from these collectives to the nth generation beyond to infinity, and all that is creating in our systems, including all digital and electronic information devices and codings and elements and AI. Remove these from our systems in every form in which they exist. From the causal to the physical planes, past, present, future on our timelines, and everything that they've created. So be it and so it is. Thank you. Now remove from us everything else that has come to us from all these other cords and connections, Michael, and everything that is sponsoring non-serving cords and connections. I intend that all of these cords and connections are taken outside the temple walls and maintained there throughout the entirety of this session. And only those which are in service to our highest good are restored unto us at the end. So be it and so it is. Thank you, Michael. I intend, Michael, that your protection of this temple space from within and from without and above and below shall be maintained and sustained continuously as long as the temple is present for this Zoom session today. Please remove everything in opposition to that from everywhere in which it exists and everywhere in which it is present. Okay, some severe opposition from somewhere, but I'm not getting that it's from anybody that's here right now. Well, oh, Carla's here. Good to see you. And somebody called in. Awesome. Okay. Beloved Archangel Michael, please perform the purification and protection protocols of the temple, making sure that there is nothing here attached to or intruding upon or in any of our spaces, in our domains, in our light body envelopes, at all levels, dimensions, and planes of existence and causation that would interfere with the purity of this temple and the work that is to be done here. Cleanse us all, please, and place around each one of us your beautiful blazing cobalt blue light sphere protection now, mirrored on the outside. And I intend that this temple, this space, and everyone in it now and in the future are made invisible to the enemies of light throughout the session and beyond, as necessary for our highest good to be honored, beloved Archangel Michael. So be it, and so it is. Thank you. I now invite the angels, archangels, ascended masters, beloved Jesus, Mother Mary, Holy Spirit, higher selves, guardians, and guides of all who are present here or whoever will be watching this recording, and high, holy, loving seraphim angels. I welcome your presence here this day to be here with each of us in the temple space. And I ask you to remove whatever is in resistance to your presence here. Remove all mental and psychic connections. These do not belong in the temple either, that are not part of what we are doing here today. Remove all parasitic connections. And remove whatever is fostering these psychic and mental connections or allowing them access to us. These do not serve us. They are not of the light. And have no purpose intruding upon the temple at this time. Thank you. So it is. All right. So, Heavenly Father, Almighty and Most High God, Divine Source of all that is, I ask you to place a blessing of light and love upon this temple space and each one of us in it. A blessing of love and light, blessing this temple to our use and to our service in your name. So be it, and so it is. Thank you, dear God. Beloved Archangel Gabriel, beloved Raziel, and any other of the angels and guardians, I ask you for your support in any as necessary this day. Michael, as always, in any way that is necessary during this the remainder of this Hump Day session. Thank you. Okay. So what you're going to hear now is something that was brought to me last night and just happened to be triggered by something that, I don't know, there was a minister on YouTube that I listen to once in a while. His name is Lance Wallnow. And he said something last night that triggered me to dig into it a little bit more. Now, I have been feeling this, and I know other people have been telling me this, not just today, but for a couple of weeks now, and about being dragging and down and listless and not really having a whole lot of ambition and feeling like you can't do anything. We've been attributing a lot of this to downloads and light and the ascension, and just letting it go at that. And part of also what has been plaguing us has been suppressing our curiosity or our desire to look into these things. All right, hang on. I will be right back. I'll leave you hanging there for a minute. I forgot my water. Okay. So he mentioned from the evangelical viewpoint, and I am not evangelical, but I certainly entertain and listen to a lot of what is going on there, because the evangelicals tend to have a much stronger connection to spirit as we know it. They call it something different, but it tends to be very strong, and they're very connected. A lot of them, the good ones, are connected in a lot of ways that your traditional Christian churches, and there are some of the Jewish pastors that also will connect into things like this. But that being said, what he mentioned, he was talking about there is a spirit coming over this country that needs to be, not just the country, but I see it as the world, and I'll show you my vision. I'll share my vision in a little bit. I was going to put that up last night, and I just kind of got pulled away from that to say, okay, let's do that today. But he's talking about there's a spirit, they call it a spirit of witchcraft, that is being brought against the forces of light and the light workers, and in our case, the star seeds, and all those who are working to maintain the light, to stop the darkness, to overcome all of this, and to oh, Deb joined us. Lauren's there. Good. Thank you. Welcome. To all of us who are in the fight for the light, who are supporting the light, and we're meant to go there. And we're right now in this is kind of the last stages that we're in. And of course, the dark forces are going to bring out everything they can possibly do to keep them from losing control, from losing this glorious base of nastiness and negativity that they've been able to feed on for eons, that they created for that purpose. And we are what stands, a big portion of what stands between success and failure for them. And so their work is to put us out. So I listened to this, and there was a lot of it that made sense, whether it's witches or anybody else, intentionally or unintentionally. There definitely has been something going on with me. There's definitely been some really nasty stuff coming from the collective unconscious. I think that a lot of you may have felt that when I had Michael sever the connection to the collectives from you, because there was a lot of strong attachments and dark energy contained in those connections. And this has been overcoming us. So what I did was I asked Raziel if there were, and Michael, if there were any such curses, hexes, spells, or psychic attacks coming against us as a group of Lightworkers. And it was a resounding yes, there is. And I went to work asking them to clear me from it, remove it, dismantle it to the full extent which it was possible and practical to do at that time. But it is not fully broken. What I was shown was a vision of, and I looked for something on the internet that would be similar to what I saw, but I just didn't see it at that time. But what I saw was just this whole, and I know you've seen it in movies and in other things, if you can think of really black smoke or dark clouds just moving in and moving across the globe, It wasn't just to the United States. It wasn't. It was just moving across the globe, and it was separating us from the light and from divine connection. That was the vision that I saw. So what I want to do before we start with the readings today is I want us all to join together. Everyone that is here now, or whoever will be listening to this, you are being included in this because together we have power that alone we can't access. So I'm going to ask you all to join with me right now. And the first thing I'm going to do all right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to ask Archangel Michael to release each one of you individually from this curse, from this dark energy that is coming against us. You can feel it now. You may not have realized it was there, but now you can tell that as Michael's lifting it away from you and clearing it from you, join with me and support what I am doing and give your agreement to it. Beloved Archangel Michael, please withdraw this from each one of us in its entirety and totality at all levels, dimensions, and planes of existence and causation, past, present, and future on our timelines. Remove this from us in totality. Remove our connection to it. Shield us from it. Make us invisible to it this night as we do this work. Now, Michael, protect this connection now. Let nothing interfere with this tonight at all. Keep us protected in totality, please. Whatever is going on here should not be allowed. So be it and so it is. There we are. Thank you, Jenny. Okay, here I am. So yes, we have been attacked. So there's no reason for that connection to have been lost. So you can see the truth of what I'm talking about. And so we're going to continue clearing this. Now, yeah, I've seen the thing about black goo. This is not it. This is just pure evil. Absolute pure evil. Okay. So those black clouds coming through are what we're here. There's this curse coming against us, and then it's in the nature of a curse. It isn't quite the same as a curse, but I have asked Michael to release it from each one of us in totality now to shield us and protect us from any further intrusions and works of the kind by the forces that are not of the light, and to keep us invisible from those forces for as long as it takes for us to be victorious to the full extent which it serves our highest good at all levels, dimensions, and planes of existence and causation. All right, so beloved angels, we are released from this curse, and I ask that this, is it possible for us to break this today in totality? Then I ask that it be done, that this be broken and removed from every place it exists, that it be dissolved. And all of my alchemists here, I would ask that you join me and everybody else in seeing it dissolved as a light entering the darkness. See it being dissolved and released, unmanifest in totality and return to the void, uncreated, deleted, and destroyed, no longer existing in any level, dimension, or plane of existence or reality in this timeline or beyond. I asked in all of our names, not just us here, but all of humanity, and we join in together to do this, adding our power together to make this request that for all of humanity, that this darkness, this attack be rescinded, canceled, nullified, and made void, released and removed from all who are affected by it. And that this be broken, nullified, and made void at its source, and that it be made impotent at its source. The matrix of impotence or a mantle of impotence, whatever is necessary, be laid over this. Every iteration which it now exists or ever would attempt to be recreated. Now and for all eternity, at all levels, dimensions, and planes of existence and causation, past, present, future, on our timelines. So be it, and so it is. To disconnect us from the source of this in totality. Remove from us all its energies. Yay, Carla, I see you. Good. I ask, beloved angels, that whatever's fostered this curse no longer has the ability to do so, that it is fully hindered and made impotent in its attempts by whatever means necessary, according to the will of the one true God, divine source of all it is. And so it is. We ask for deliverance from this, beloved ones. Heavenly Father, beloved Jesus, Mother Mary, Holy Spirit, we ask for deliverance, not just for us, but for our families and for all of the human race, inasmuch as it serves the highest good of each individual to do so. We ask this dark energy that has been overlaid upon us. We ask to be healed of all of its ill effects. Phew. And we ask to be restored unto our full light capacity and abilities and connections, that everything that was interrupted by this be restored unto us now. So be it, and so it is. Yeah, I felt a little better last night. I've had kind of a down day today with some downloads and things, but I've added more here than I did last night when I first discovered this, and I'm already feeling better, more energized, mentally better. So thank you, Heavenly Father, beloved team. All right, I ask you to do now whatever else needs to be done that you see needs to be done that I don't know to ask for in order for this to be fully cleared and erased from every one of us, for whom it serves the highest good that this be so in totality. Never to be seen again, or to plague us ever again. So be it, and so it is. In the name of the one true God, I ask it so, past, present, and future on our timeline. And if any of this has been embedded in our oversouls, to please remove it from there as well. Humanity's oversouls, not just ours. I ask this in all of our names to be cleared from the collective unconscious and the collective conscious, that we be filled with light and love, joy, animated and replenished in the light, resuscitated by the light. And that all tools of the enemy that may have been embedded in our energy fields be removed in totality. And so it is. There we go. Whew. Thank you, beloveds. And anything else you see needs to be done at this time, including restoring Michael's sphere of protection around us with its mirrored surface on the inside, outside rather, and any other protections that would be helpful for us. And I ask that they be maintained and sustained by perpetuation engines at all times, to the full extent which it serves the highest good, that it be so. Thank you. All right, angels, have we done, Michael? Have we done what we needed to do in order for that to be cleared and no longer an issue? For us to be awake, refreshed, and now back on the warpath, putting on our armor of God. Thank you. Okay, so if anybody wants to comment on this. Yeah, Jenny, I had a feeling when you said that to me earlier that was part of the issue. So if any of you want to unmute yourselves and join in with what you've experienced and how this has worked for you before we get started with the readings, I invite you to do so now. No. What is taking this offline? Is that me being taken offline, angels? Remove whatever is interfering with this connection. Bring me back online and back connected again. We are not going to do it. All right. I don't know why that happened again, but keep us online, angels. Whatever is going on, we need to get through this. Hope, just hang in there. Usually it'll come back pretty easily, except for the people on the phone that are going to have to call back in. Oh, Carla, it looks like you're still here. Awesome. Good. Good. Okay. So anybody want to unmute themselves and share anything before we get started? With the readings? Okay. So let's get to what we came here for. So I'm just going to go. I don't remember who was in what order when we got here the first time. So I'm just going to go as we are listed on the screen. So yeah, there was somebody I lost again, but okay. So we're going to go. Carla's listed first on the phone. Carla, unmute yourself. Or I'll unmute you. Yeah, Carla. Hello, lady. How are you?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
Well, I guess you can tell how I am. I'm hanging in there, holding down the fort here.
I'm having a good time trying to stay. This phone is getting weird.
Yeah. You guys aren't having any storms up there, are you?
No, it's bright sunshine.
Yeah. So I don't know. All I can attribute this to is that we're being attacked. I'm getting a
Yep, we're in.
Yep. So Michael and your angels and the communication angels on Canon, please keep us free from any further attacks. From any source, by any means, in any form, for any reason. We need to maintain this connection. For me to be doing my work that I'm supposed to be doing, and for these people to receive the guidance they need to receive. Okay, so Carla, do you have a particular thing that you want to know, you want angels help with, that you need to know who's going to help with you, or you want me to just pull a card and have to find the angel and give you an idea of what they're there for?
Just pull the card. I'll go with that today.
Okay, all right.
I trust angels all the way around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me too. All right, Gabriel, higher self. Okay, the angel that's coming up for you. I don't know if you can see it really clearly, but this is Jamera, the angel of manifestation. So yeah, you have a lot of things going on that are needing help to get to you. And Jamera is going to help you do that. She's going to help keep you
Sane?
You're saying yes, good one. That's right. Well, actually, it's a matter of, Jamera is really awesome. So there are things, I'm getting that there are also some things that need to be unmanifest.
Like my crazy world.
Yeah. So well, and we create a lot of stuff, and sometimes we aren't aware of the things that we have created. And there are sometimes that we create things that are giving us a lot of grief, but we don't know that we did it. So, but we do have the power to uncreate those things and to send them back to the void. So Jamera is going to help you on both ends of things. So sit with you, when you do your meditation in the morning, sit with Jamera and talk with her and ask her, for the guidance that she's here to give you.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. So yes, that's the message for you on this one.
Oh, yay. Such fun. Anyway.
So thank you, my dear.
Well, thank you.
Oh, you're quite welcome. Always. I love doing this. All right, I'm going to mute you. I'm going to mute you back out. All right. Who's next here? Christina. Let's unmute Christina. Hello.
Hello.
Do you have a particular issue you want to know about, or you want me to just draw the card and the angel?
Just go ahead and draw the card. I'm trusting just like the first person.
Yep, Carla did. Yeah, okay. Okay. So the card that's coming up for you is, let me get to where you might be able to see it, is Eophiel, the angel of beauty. And
Whoa.
it's Iofiel. Okay, angel of beauty. Now, Eophiel, when it says angel of beauty, it's not just about how everything looks, okay? Beauty, when we look at beauty and we see beauty, it's a matter of, we see symmetry, right? Is one of the aspects of beauty that we chat. Where's my chat? There it is. Okay, is one of the aspects of beauty that we naturally see and think of. When we see symmetry, it aligns with us. We see it as something beautiful. She's also, she's the angel of patterns and of fractals and all things that bring beauty to creation. She also is the one that can help you see the beauty in things, even when your ego mind is saying, how in the hell can that be pretty? It's like, no. What is this? You gotta be kidding me. So she is going to be working with you in what capacity, Eophiel? Yeah, that's the capacity she's going to be working with you in, is helping you to see the beauty in everything. It's kind of a loving all that is kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just for you to look and see, you know, that everything, it's beautiful, no matter, even you look at helping you to see the divine machinations going on behind the scenes. All of the moving and the placing and the swirling and the building and the everything else going on. She's going to help you get to the place where you can see what's going on, the weaving that is taking place. You know, all of the parts being off the board and new parts being brought on the board, and, you know, creating something totally different and new in the process. So when we break down symmetry and fractals and patterns, it looks ugly to us, but we have to see it as something that actually is beautiful, because there is something getting ready to replace it.
Yes.
Okay.
That makes perfect sense for what's going on with me right now. Very
Okay,
beautiful.
good. So that's where she is with you. So again, when you sit down and you do your meditations or your chats with the powers that be, call in EOFL and talk to her and see what she has to say to you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Chris.
You're quite welcome, my dear. Glad you joined us today.
Me too.
All right, I'm going to mute you and we're going to go on to Marcia. Hello, lady. Wait a minute. Trying to unmute you. Marcia, unmute yourself. I can't get Marcia unmuted.
Hello.
There you are.
Hi, sorry.
No problem.
Oh, I was not feeling too good today, and I think I must have dozed off. And
Oh, well, that's no problem. A lot of people do that anyway, especially when I'm doing the, you know, the stuff in the circle and we do any kind of healings and releases, that tends to cause a lot of people to doze off. Okay, so Marcia, do you have a specific issue that you want to find the angel that's going to help you with, or do you want me to just draw an angel for you?
I'd like to find out who's going to help me get my sister moved out of here.
Okay.
And how quickly.
Okay. All right, so who's the angel that's going to assist Marcia with this situation to get it rectified to the highest good? Okay, so the angel is going to help you, Archangel Raphael.
Okay.
All right, so he's going to come and he's not, remember, the healing applies to a lot of things. It's not just healing of the body, but it's healing of situations as well.
Yes. Okay.
And healing of relationships. And whatever else needs to be addressed to have your life and your path and everything brought back into balance to move forward. So that's what Raphael's going to do with you. It's mostly going to be a healing of the situation.
Great. It really needs to be healed.
Yeah. So again, I ask you, when you sit down and you do your prayers and whatever, to call in Raphael and see what he has to offer you.
Okay.
Any advice that he wants to give you. And you may wind up, you know, at sometimes during the day getting inspirations for different things. So when you get an inspiration, that's likely coming from Raphael. I'm getting a big yes on that now. But just check with him. You know, say, Raphael, was that from you? And he's very good at connecting with us. He will make sure that you know it was from him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yes, thank you very much.
You're quite welcome, my dear. Glad that you joined us tonight.
I'll be too.
Okay.
Bye.
On to the next. Mary, I'm going to unmute you. Hello, Mary Murphy Seymour.
Hi, how are you?
Well, so far so good. We're still here, right?
Yes, indeed.
All right, so what do you want me to do for you? Do you want me to tell me what you want help with, or you want me to just give you the angel that's coming up?
Pick a card, any card.
Okay. Strong energy on this one. Holy smokes. All right. So the card that's coming up for you is Archangel Zadkiel, who's the angel of prayer and divine connection. So let's see what it is that he's going to focus on with you. Why is he coming in? Divine connection. Yeah. He's going to work with you to make sure that when you're in your divine connection, that you're really in your divine connection. That you're not being blocked, that you're not being hindered, that you're not being redirected anywhere. Zadkiel, if she is being hijacked, let's remove whatever the hijacking agent is now. Okay, she's not. All right. So we're good there, but there may be things that would be blocking your divine connection, keeping you from getting purely up into it. I know that happens to me quite often. Often like the stellar gateway or soul star chakras, stuff comes along and gets inserted in there or programmed into it or whatever, that will keep us from being connected. Is there anything else, Zadkiel? No, that's the main thing for you for now. So call on him whenever you go sit down to meditate or pray, or you go into connection. Call on Zadkiel to help you get into divine connection.
Thank you.
You're welcome, my dear. Thank you. All right, so we're on to Jenny.
Hello.
Hello, Miss Jenny.
How are you?
I am wonderful. How
I
are
felt so much better when you lifted that. Oh my gosh. I've been exhausted, like trying to get through the day.
Yeah, wasn't that amazing?
Yeah.
That was there. So yeah, when the angels, I always get guided like that. You know how that works. You know that they get you to something that gives you a hint, and you start digging and asking questions, and next thing you know, it's like, aha, okay. So what do you want me to pull for you today? You want just whatever, or do you have a specific?
I have a bunch of different things going on, so I just want a card to see just I think some guidance in general is best.
Okay. All right. Okay. So who's comes up? Uriel.
I have gotten Uriel every time I pick a card these past.
How about that? So, angel administration, you've got a lot of balls in the air, and she's here to help you just handle all of the balls and know which one to deal with first. So be talking with her and asking her, okay, Uriel, what do I really need to focus on? Am I in the right direction? Or what do I need to do? What do I not need to focus on? What does not need to be on my list for consideration? And what is missing from my list that maybe I should have on here to be thinking about. And, and call her in to help with all the other stuff. Uriel. So, so for those of you who don't, Archangel Uriel is the angel of ministration, which is kind of taking care of everything. If you remember Radar in MASH, and if you wanted anything done, you called on Radar and said, Radar, I need this, I need that, the other thing. He was the one who would figure out how to get it done, and he would deliver. Well, Archangel Uriel is kind of like that for us with the angels. And so if you need help with something, you don't know which direction to go in, call on Uriel and have Uriel help you. Now, Uriel also is the archangel associated with the crown chakra. So you can call on Uriel to clear your crown chakra and keep it open, or to keep it clear and free of interference. So does that make sense for you then, Jenny?
That makes sense. I knew it was either going to be her or the Shekinah. I knew it was either going to be Uriel or Shekinah because it's all been crown chakra stuff for me lately. But
but yeah, so she's here to help you organize your work. Have you ever read the book, the one that Kimberly hooked us into in the angel ministry? It was Hiring the Angels.
yeah, I love that book.
Yeah, well, Uriel is being reminded of that by Uriel, that she's all about that. So don't just listen to her messages, hire her for some help.
Okay, I will.
Okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so now who's next? It's Susan.
I'm here.
Yes, I hear you. What do you want me to do for you? You want me to just pick a card, or you have a specific issue you want to know who's going to help you with, who to call on?
Not really a specific issue per se. I'm finding sometimes in my dream time, I'm not really sleeping like I could because my dreams are active. So do I have an angel of dreaming?
Well, yeah. So, all right. So, angels, who is going to assist Susan with getting the sleep that she needs and doing the things that she desires to do that serve her highest good and her path while she's sleeping, in as much as that serves her highest good? Hadroniel, angel of divine love,
Awesome.
coming in for you. So yeah, to help you get sorted out. And what is it you're going to help her do, Hadroniel? What particular? Why you and not someone else? Okay, it has to do with bringing you into alignment with your truth. Yeah. Yep. Bringing you into alignment with your truth, and helping you to get the sleep that you need and the other things that also will assist you. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome, my dear. All right, Mike's turn. Hello.
Hi, Chris. Yes. I have a question about how I can embody to be in service all the information, knowledge, experiences that I lived so far. And that will help.
Okay, and you're assuming that you need to embody that. That may not be the case, okay? But I'm going to call it, I'm going to grab the card and see who's going to help you get that all sorted out. Ooh, wow, strong message here. Woohoo. Huh, who else? Perfect. Raziel, angel of knowledge.
Oh.
Am I good or what?
Amazing, yeah.
I told you my method of picking the cards using the higher self truth signal does it every time. Just going and randomly
It's
saying,
amazing.
yeah, and seeing, okay, this card may be the right one. Yeah, just, no, we'll do it. Okay, so Raziel, Angel of Knowledge, and Raziel is certainly going to help you sort out what it is that is beneficial for you to be embodying and using and bringing forward on your path, and what may have been fun and interesting, and you may be, kind of embedded into, that may not be necessarily something that you need to be bringing forward, that needs to be part of what you do. It can still remain a fun offshoot or hobby or interest, but it may not be what is yours to carry forward, to offer to the world. Get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yes, that makes sense a lot. Yeah. Thank you.
So that's what Raziel is going to help you with. So again, sit down when you're in your meditation and talk to Raziel and say, okay, help me sort this out. What do I need? What don't I need? Where do I need to what do I need to move forward with? What do I need to take with me, and all of that? Okay, so
Very good.
you're welcome, my dear. Glad to help. And who's next? Deb is next. Deb, you want to unmute yourself?
Can you
There
hear
we
me?
go. Yep, I can hear you.
Oh, yay. I just felt like I was like, I can hear, I can't hear, I can hear, I can't hear. Yeah, just whatever. Whatever's best for me. Thank you.
All right, that's what you want, is just to pull up whatever's coming for you. Okay.
Yeah.
Another strong one for you. Charmian, Angel of Harmony. And this isn't just what I'm getting, the message I'm getting for you is integration.
Okay.
It's not just about having harmony outside of you, it's harmony within. Big yes on that for you.
Okay.
And opening to move into that harmony, calling it in, and when, if you remember, when I work with you, when we get to the end, I will usually call in Charmian and ask her to restore harmony to your systems. And
Okay.
when I do that, boy, the difference is amazing. But to restore harmony to your systems, but also to release all that remains in discord. Okay, so remember that when you ask her to restore harmony. But the biggest message here is about integrating everything that is coming to you. It's about integrating all of the energies and, all of this that's going on, and things that, just dealing with things in your life that are, a little bit of upheaval here and there, to help just bring it all back into focus and help you to be in harmony with it all.
Okay, it makes sense.
Okay. So yeah, so just again, call on her when you sit down to do your meditation, or at some point during the day when you're ready to talk, and say, okay, Charmian, what do we need to do? Bring me harmony. What do you want? Show me where to go, what to do.
Okay.
Okay. And, you can ask her, to ask you bring harmony to the entirety of your systems, and then to release from you everything that brings discord, which is, and just having that harmony between her and Shekinah, where Shekinah brings us into unity, every part of us on the same page kind of thing. So that makes a big difference too. Oh, there's James. Well, good to see you. You made it in here just on time before we got, I was wondering, I was going to close off because we got to Deb. Now we have somebody else. All right, so.
Nice.
Does that
Thank you
make,
so much.
yeah, makes sense?
Yeah, it
to
makes
you, Deb?
sense on many levels.
All right, good. Usually does. I'm always amazed myself.
Right.
All right, thank you, my dear. Okay, James, you missed the biggest part of the party. You're going to have to come back and listen to the recording, the first part of the recording. But anyway, hello there. I have you off mute so that you can talk to me. James, are you here? I see your connection, but I don't hear anything yet. I just need you to say hello. I hear a noise. Are you there? James, I need you to tell me whether you want me to draw a card, just any card to tell you what's going on, or for a specific issue that you want to know who's going to help you. Well, I can't do anything for you if you're not going to talk to me, dear one. I love that you're here, but I can't hear you. I can hear stuff going on in the background, but that's all. Unless it's just static and you've got connection problems. Angels, if there's a connection problem here, please fix it. James Stevens, are you? There you are. Hello.
Yeah.
Who'd you think I was talking to? I need to know what you want me to do card-wise. Do you have a specific issue that you want to find out what angel is going to help you with? Or do you want me to just draw a card? What do you want to do? I can't help you if you don't know.
He just said in chat, do what you do best.
He what?
He said, do what you do best.
Oh, okay. It's weird that I can't hear him.
No, he said it in chat to everyone.
Oh.
Yep. That's
Okay. Do what I do best. Okay, cool. Okay, strong message for you too. Okay, so the angel coming in for you, is Uniem, the angel of gratitude. Apparently, let's see what the message is. And we all know there is negative and positive energies cannot exist in the same space at the same time. And positive energies will always override negative energies. So anytime you are in a place of negative energy or emotion, if you can just stop that for long enough to remember, no matter how bad it is, okay, there is always, and this is one of my favorite sayings, and that I can't, it's mine. One of the favorite sayings I developed is that there's always, no matter how bad things are, there's always a gift in the garbage. Now, you may not see it now. You may not see it 10 months from now. You may not see it 3 years from now. But at some point, you're going to recognize and realize what the gift was for you in that situation. And it may be as simple as a problem relationship. And, you know, a lot of times, just for an example, I've had clients with relationships, issues with their parents or sisters and brothers that have relationship issues where they can't get along and there's fighting, and where you don't feel like they ever loved you, or you're not good enough, or whatever. And one of the most effective ways of helping to release that negative energy from that situation is to start sending positive energy into it. And you can do that with gratitude. By sending gratitude, saying, you know, God, I don't know what the heck this is all about, but thank you for sending me this so that I can see something that I need to work on. Because we all know that when we got something going on that's bringing negative stuff up in us, that's because this stuff is in us, all right? We need to look at it. So there is that gratitude for showing you that it's there and that you need to dig into it and clear it. So sending gratitude immediately diffuses the negative energy in the situation, and it also changes focus. And I'm telling you all of this because apparently you need to hear it, because I never say anything coming out of my mouth in these sessions when I do this kind of stuff that doesn't have some value for you. This is just things that come to me as I'm talking that apparently you need to hear. So, Angels, anything else that I need to add to this for him? No. So, you know, just start every day in gratitude for whatever the day brings, for everything that you got the day before, and keep moving forward. You know, put the gratitude into the situation, look at your part of the situation and why this is coming up for you. Now, we're not talking about situations where a hurricane comes through and you lose everything. There's still a gift in that garbage. Have no doubt that there is. And you can talk to people who have lost everything. Years later, they will tell you it was the greatest thing ever happened to them, because they started to learn and pay attention to what really was important for them when they started putting their lives together. They realized that all the stuff they lost was just stuff, and they could forge a much better life afterwards. You know, the same thing, it doesn't sound that way, but people who have lost spouses and sons and friends and, you know, things like that, there also is a gift in that garbage. There's a matter of soul growth that goes on in coping. So no matter what it is, if you start learning to apply gratitude to it, to telling God, see, there's Christina. She's saying she had a huge turnaround last week with gratitude. Yeah. I've had clients who started sending gratitude to parents they had awful relationships with. The next thing you know, their parent is calling them and sending them flowers. So trust in the power of gratitude. It really is big. And thank you for allowing me to draw this card for you. All right, team. We still have a few minutes to go. Everybody's had a card. Now I'm getting that I ought to pull one for me, because you guys are always bugging me. Do you? So I'm getting that I need to do one for me today too. Okay, so it's Ramliel, Angel of Awakening. Just and the message that I'm getting is that that's what's going on with me. I need to just chill out and go with the flow and not be stressed out about what's going on and what's not going on. But yeah, there was a lot of that. I actually, one of the reasons you're seeing the cards today and not me is because I fell asleep this afternoon and never got into the shower. So I'm not exactly the me I want to present in posterity on YouTube at this time. And it was all, there's just energy running through me. So, and then there were a lot of other things. Beautiful day out today. I would have loved to be in my garden getting my tomatoes staked up finally. Just all kinds of other things. The cool air was wonderful, but it didn't happen. But it's all about awakening and coming into higher and higher planes and states of being. So, and I'm not the only one going through this. Messages for a lot of you too that may be feeling. Now, Jenny, you had the depressed energy that you're going to feel lifted up from, but that doesn't mean you're still going to get everything done that you thought you were going to do in a day because of these awakening energies that are coming through for each of us as it's our turn to receive them. So it's, the whole idea that everybody gets it all at once doesn't always work that way. We get what we're ready to receive. So I guess I just need to sit back and climb higher. Getting a big yes on that from Ramliel. So does anybody else have anything they want to add or share or question or whatever in the remaining time that we have? We got about 5 minutes or so for those of you that are still here. If you want to do so. Oh, namaste to you too, Mike. Your true path, James?
Yes.
Well, let me see if I can pick one card that will give you that. Otherwise, we need to do a reading where we can really go in depth and identify it, like your divine plan. All right, this is what comes up for you. It's Pashar, the angel of vision and third eye. You're meant to be a seer, prophet, no, seer. A seer, clairvoyant, a seer, can see a certain way. I call it far-seeing, where you can see a certain way into the future, what's coming next. It's not a matter of being able to see, like the Nostradamus, 100 years, or Edgar Cayce, but yours has to do with being able to see what's coming for yourself and for other people. I'm reading Jenny's chat. Need to ask her for help with your daughter's health. Yeah. I haven't had a chance to get into the DNA thing on that, Jenny. I'm going to work on that. Reading timelines. Yeah, well, that can be part of it too. Yeah, well, that's jumping ahead to see what's coming. Yep. Oh, you're welcome, my dear. All right, my dears, everyone, if anybody hasn't got anything else to say or add or question, unmute yourselves if you want to ask something, or we can work in chat, whichever. But thank you so much. We got through this. Interruptions and all, we made it. And thank you for your support and your presence here. And hopefully we beat that that darkness, but back to kingdom come, back to the pit where it belongs. So have a good evening, have a good weekend. Yeah, it feels so much better, doesn't it? We all got together and said, all right, we've had enough of this stuff. Thank you, thank you. All right, blessings to everybody. Have a great week, a great night, and we will talk to you next Wednesday, next hump day, same time, same place. Have a great one. and thanks.